So Chesson, so you see people like you, yeah? I envy people like you, you know. I swear down because, like, I've moved around so many fucking different times. You know, I've been there, I've moved there over the years. So honestly, like, the older I get, yeah, I said stability. The key word is stability is key because if you keep on moving around to this place and that, like, that's not much of stability. So when I hear people like you that you've been living in the same place for many, many years, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I rate it. You get me? Like, just tell us a little bit about obviously Chesson, because I've heard certain things. People might be watching this, maybe they've heard different things, but from coming from someone who's lived there for years, how do you describe the vibe of Chesson?
Oh, weird. It's kind of vibeless. Like, it's really like it's the suburbs.
Yeah.
It's a weird place because it's in Hertfordshire, right? So it is clearly like the suburbs. It's not London.
Yeah.
But it's so close to London. Like, I'd say a 5-minute drive and I'm on the M25. Do you know what I mean? And literally from my house to the M25, 5 minutes. Or like one train and I'm in Tottenham in, I think it's a 9-minute train from Cheshunt to Tottenham. So it's like, it's that place that when you go a bit more north, you get a lot more suburban. And then you come like obviously a little bit south, you go straight into London, like North London, straight off the bat. So it's a weird place because it's not the same as either. It's just really like, I'd say it's more of a commutery place. A lot of people commute into London from it or commute like into Hertfordshire from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's kind of vibeless. It's just in a good way.
Yeah, I was
There's not
gonna.
much there. There's not much going on, but also it's just kind of chill. Like there's no drama really. There's like people just living their lives. You know what I mean? Working and yeah.
Like when you, even when you was a kid, like, did you always want to make music or be an actor?
Kind of yeah. I did some acting when I was little.
Yeah.
For a while. And then I went from that into obviously like drama, theatre and musical. I wanted to make music long time ago, but I feel like I never had the knowledge, one. But, you know, it's also, I feel like music is a bit different. Like acting, you put yourself out, but you put yourself out behind the character. So it's never, like, obviously, what we're interviewing, this is just Lewis Sycamore, right? When you're acting, I've turned up, I've done all this stuff, and I'm going to maybe do this crazy scene. As soon as the scene's done, I'm back to Lewis Sycamore. Like, you're not watching me right then, you're watching me try and give you a character or trying to give you something different. Whereas I feel like the music is more, I'm giving you me. It's a bit more personal. Yeah. So I feel like way before the acting was coming because maybe the music felt a bit too personal. It was a bit too much to get into it.
Yeah.
Whereas now I feel like I'm at that point where it's like, I just do what I like.
Yeah. Do you feel right now that you've got like a good balance between everything that you're trying to do?
Right now, yes. But I think that's because coming to the start of the year, end of the year. And we realised it goes through periods. Like in the year, this year was a lot of music, a lot of filming, like events filming and stuff like that, a lot more so than anything else. A lot less acting because I feel like I got sort of swept along. I kind of ride whatever I'm doing at the time. If that one starts to go bigger, I'll put more effort into that, knowing that cool, this will then I'll do it because I know that as I said, the summer period was heavy for music and filming, and then it sort of died down for a couple of months, and then the last couple of weeks has been quite heavy again music wise. But in that middle period, it was like cool, I can focus on this other stuff and I can focus on some acting and I can make some sort of short films and things like that. So it really I try and sort of roll where the wave is. Like
I want to also like because like once again, yeah, you got people who for whatever reason, because of their life, their circumstances, you got people who say, I can't do, I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that. Like once again, what I love about these conversations, highlighting people like you, like you're doing a number of different things. You're juggling a number of different things. And once again, it's like, what advice, because obviously, like, unless obviously like there's something that we don't, unless you're an alien, you're only human, right? You get me?
Yeah.
It's like, what do you think, like, what is your secret, or even not what is your secret, what advice would you give anyone who might think, because of my schedule, because of my life, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. Like, what advice would you have for them kind of people? Because it's clearly it's possible that, like if somehow you arrange your life or if you balance your time a certain way,
Yeah.
you can get certain things done. All of the things that you want done, you get what I'm trying to say. Like, what kind of advice would you have for anyone who's kind of struggling to juggle certain things that they want to do?
It's a hard one. Like, as you say, I'm also only human. So like, it is. I say everything is possible. It's really putting the time where you want it. And I don't say it lightly as well. Like, I know sometimes you say like, oh, everyone's got 24 hours, just do it, which is kind of how I work. But also I do get like, I don't work a 9 to 5 on the side. Like, I'm lucky and privileged enough to not have to work a 9 to 5 and to be able to make a a living through sort of the creative means. And it's not easy, and it's not always the nicest living, and it's not always, like, oh, I've got money to go and do this and go this. Like, oftentimes, actually, I'll be honest, it's like, you want to come out? It's like, I ain't got money for that. I'm straight up, like, the money's gone into this other thing I'm trying to do. The money is here and it's gone. So you do have to sacrifice a lot for it, and sort of live sometimes a lot more frugally than you would like to. Especially in the industry, it's a hard place to be because a lot of it is so appearance based.
Yeah.
So the frugal lifestyle sometimes doesn't come across in the way it's supposed to. So it's kind of balancing that between being professional, looking organized, having enough money to go to like networking events and this, and then sometimes sort of socializing and stuff like that does fall to the side because you're spending so much time on the creative things. But my thing really actually is if you want to do it, like if you truly want to do it, it's doable.
It's doable.
Yeah, I just say you end up working some stupid hours, as I'm sure you're probably aware. You end up editing at mad times in the night and up again in the morning to carry on the exact same work, and it is sort of continuous.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, it gets points. In the summer, I'd say it was very overwhelming. It was a lot of events back to back. A lot of filming back to back. Literally got home from an event, I'll be editing something to send off to then prep my set list for the next event to then turn up to then film the next day, and it does get a lot. But I think if you truly want it, you just have to find the time. Like, stay up an extra hour every night. Wake up I'm a night person, so wake up an hour early in the morning. I don't do that personally, but it's like staying up an extra hour at night, working through your lunch break. I know it's long and it's not it's a bit of a workaholic mentality. Probably promoting burnout here to everyone. So if you listen to this advice and get burnout, I apologize.
No, one thing I love about what you just said as well, yeah? Like, sacrifice. And I think over the years, you see this word got painted like with a bad brush.
Yeah.
Sacrifice. But really, like when you talk about it, like me proper listening to you, I feel like if you really want anything, and when I have these conversations, I never want to come across like these people that've run onto the hill and they've got there and now they're shouting down, giving people advice on what to do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, it's just one of them ones where it's like, we've heard it so many times over the years from people who have been mega successful in so many different ways. Like, if you want to basically like do 2 things or 3 things, if you really want to be successful at doing quite a few things at the same time, it's a very simple logic. You need to sacrifice quite a few things. Time, and even like you said, sometimes, in terms of like the amount of money that you might make like this month, next month, whatever. But it all goes back to but it goes back to sacrificing, dedicating yourself, and like trying to balance your time whichever way that you can. Like you said, sometimes it could mean sacrificing less sleep. Sometimes it could mean sacrificing maybe focusing on that more than that. You're going to say, but overall. But I just feel like, a lot of people I speak to, like in private, some people, it makes me a little bit sad. Some people feel like they're stuck in their job, or, they're stuck in doing this and doing that. They would like to also start that.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, it's like they don't have enough time. They don't really have enough resources. And sometimes...
I do get it as well. Like, it does. I say it feels that way. I say, you're so active with the socials and you're getting a lot of stuff out. Like, I struggle with that a lot because of time issues.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be trying to release this song and then it's like, that's done, and I'm trying to book this job, and then I'm also trying to film this and edit this, and it's like, man, I forgot to actually do all of my own stuff. The socials and the promotion and da-da-da-da-da. So it does, like, you do have to find like a balance between it as what one is more important. It was to say, like, I very much ride the wave of, this is what I'm doing right now that's doing well. Like I said, the music in the summer was doing very well. So I was like, cool, let me focus on that for a bit. Let me drop the other things down and say, like, sacrifice the time to do a bit less acting,
Yeah.
pushing the acting a lot less actually. To be fair, in the summer, it's like, but right now because this is working, so I'm gonna do this, and then once this is now because creative industry is really ups and downs. You have a lot of downtime as well. So it's like once this hits the downtime, I'll push this one up because I'll find the time now, and then I'll sort of like lap it over like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is doable. As you say, sacrifice. It's hard. It's not. I don't say it lightly either. It's not a.
No, it's true.
It's not an easy thing to do when your friends like, oh yeah, I'll come to this, and I'm thinking, man, I don't even want to pay the train fare today. Like,
you know, I've been, I'm blessed to, I'm blessed to financially, always to be able to be in a cool place. But let's keep it real. There's always more money could be made in terms of our lifestyle, and sometimes again, when you're making a certain amount of money, for example, I don't know about you, I get months where I make more money than certain months.
Yes,
this month I might make more money than last month.
Nothing month.
Yeah.
Like...
So the month that comes up when I've made less money, like you said, sometimes I'll be honest with you, which obviously I got no choice now. I have to start stepping out there even more, networking, going to certain places. But for a good 3 years now, I've been asked to go to so many different places that are far, whatever. And for me, I like to plan. I like to plan how I'm gonna get there, how I'm gonna come back.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you put two and two together, it's like financially, if you're not in a good place to get the ticket or like an Uber there or like to buy this and that, like you said earlier as well, to look apart as well when you go to these places. So it's true, man. But like what we said anyway, going back to originally, you just have to try to find a way, or even to to sacrifice. Because again, before we move on, sacrifice could mean maybe not, maybe saving up some money to not do this or do that. But sometimes this month you might need to spend less on this in order to get that. You get me?
Yes, 100%. It's a hard line to walk as well.
Yeah.
And I say I feel like I'm very lucky because I feel like the people around me have not got to the point, but like the people around me understand that. So when I'm saying I'm not coming to this because it's like I'll come to certain things because obviously if you're having this whole event, I'll make it. Like, cool, you give me the notice, I'll make sure I'm there. I'm not gonna spend any money, I'm not gonna do it, but I'll make sure that I'm there. And I feel like the people around me have understood that a lot more, because they'll see me out at events regularly, and it's like, well, that's a work event, that's a show, that's a network, that's a this, and that's why I've spent the money on that, because that's to push to the extent that then I won't have to spend the money on that, because the work will come to me, kind of thing in the future. But I think I'm very, let's say, privileged to have the people who are closest to me are all very understanding of that sort of the time it puts in, the money elements of it. Like if I'm saying I ain't got no money, just that's it. Not that I haven't got no money, but the money is allocated.
Of course,
it's already good to go. So yeah.
And also this goes back to like so many times you hear people saying try to find what you love, try to do what you love, because once again we talk about. I found one thing that I found out even more recently is like when you do the key again, what I'm about to say here is nothing new. I'm just repeating it because through my journey, I'm learning it even more.
Yeah.
Like you see when you find what you love, like honestly, it's happened to me as well. Where the key to loving what you love, basically, like when you go through these difficult times, when you don't have money for this or when things are taking long. Now I understand it more than ever because you love what you do, You see the love, the key word here, the love, it keeps you going because now I realize why so many different people just quit, just give up so many different things because I feel like deep down, they don't really love it, or deep down, they can't really see themselves doing it even when they haven't got anything. Yeah. You understand?
Yeah, so, I see it a lot. It's sad actually because you see a lot of talent, very, very, very talented people that quit because it's like they either didn't have the love for it enough to push through the hard time, or I'll be honest, it's a struggle a lot of the time. Like it's not, and I'm saying like I do this and this and this and this and it's just chill. Like it's I say it's just chill. It's hard. Like I get it. I get when people quit. Do you know what, man? I understand because you want stability and you want something that's tangible, and I get it because that's the whole thing. And right now, like, it puts them in an instantly better place. As I said, like right now, I'm in, as you said, you don't want to look people from the top of the hill. You're asking people. I'm at the bottom of the hill still.
And we're still
climbing.
climbing.
The bottom of the hill is a hard climb up, so I can see other people looking at it thinking it's not worth it.
Allow the climb is not worth it.
Yeah.
But I think man, there's that key. There's that obviously, I think maybe just spiritual. Like when you just love, because we've had over the years, because we started this platform during COVID.
Yeah.
You know, like I've said numerous times, and again, when you talk about YouTube, all of these numbers, because once again, we live in an era, the generation of numbers, right? Which I don't care about numbers, but I understand that someone wants to build
to some
something.
extent,
Then
yeah.
exactly. So we've had like, if we didn't love this, I'll be honest with you, a good 2 years ago, I would have gave up because we've had interviews where 2 views or whatever on YouTube, all of these things, and you're just looking at it. But deep down, I've loved the conversation. For example, like here, I'm proper loving this conversation. So for me, realistically, because I love this moment here, interacting with you and different people here. So when I upload it, for me, to be honest with you, like I said, even though we want the numbers to go up and they will go up eventually, but for me, for now, because I'm loving the process, it's just a bonus.
Yeah.
Posting it now is just a bonus because this is the actual magic. You know, coming from. So it's like,
no, I feel you.
Yeah.
I've done the exact same thing. I'll drop a music video.
Yeah.
And I'll have enjoyed every minute of it. And you sit and it's hours of work. Like it's not, it's that same, like with the same with the editing, like it's hours and hours of work you put this in. And then sometimes you do release it, like you love doing it. Yeah. You like how it looked, you're happy with everything, you release it, 2 views, and you're a bit like, oh man, it is disheartening. Yeah. But then you think, as you say, like it's the passion for it and the belief that it will be where you want it to be. That
eventually.
It's like, cool, do you know what, 2 views today, I'll do this better next time, I'll do this next time, and I'll fix this, because I'm still trying to tweak and figure out, the algorithms.
And the process is magic. And again, like I said, even us touching on